Okay, long time ago, very long time ago on the internet, when it first came out with these fan-made MVPs of Neji and Tintin. For the topic for today's videos was much more severe for anyone who's been a fan of my child. Outside of the regular Primo TV, there was a thing going on with Codename Kids Next Door back when Bianca, all the colorful colors, everyone fucking me in elementary school. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this for the video is because I did my research on the older brother in the community, but why the younger brother outweighs the mayor's brief statement when it comes to this style being dragged on. The important Michael's basketball means nothing, Michael. It's true, it's very true for this video, and the reason why it is off topic is because I'm covering the early 2000s. Now, anyway, A&B is an animated music video. Some of them were dead on LimeWire. Back in the day, A&Bs normally fluctuate through a fan progression, an obsessed person, making special effects in A&Bs. 3 videos you see here today, made for a fan-made website that I used to go on actually called DeviantArt. DeviantArt is what the definition of deviant means, to differ from regular society, which is why it's going hand in hand in code with sexual deviant, which is why I stated earlier in the video. Now, deviant actually means to differ, so DeviantArt means your personal opinion about true love from anime. What DeviantArt provides is one thing playing off each other like a concept, like how I looked up back in the day with Ed from Fullmetal Alchemist. The only problem is, half the thing for this video is that deviant art means linear, and a lot of people, especially bloods, hate linear subjects. Now, anime evolved over time through Spy X Family and Sakamoto days, to put nerds in a martial arts position in order to stop another nerd from progressing. So these A&Bs really represent, a nerd in progression, even though I know the backstory behind the people behind some of these A&Bs were actually way more unsocial and way more obsessed. Which is a part of why the younger brother can, suit the older brother's statement back in the day was because of an A&B. Making one anyway. Anyway, DeviantArt provides linear substance for, major and regular nerds. The way to the point where you can make fan-made renders. These specifically are Academy Awards. What these are A&Bs that I used to look at back in the day. Not these ones specifically, that go hand in hand with your obsession of being an anime nerd. In other words, it's really far away from the field. It's hard to say a game, but it's much more to that. See, it being behind this video, the goal of the A&B is to actually master clips of the song. This one actually specializes in just making you feel shit with an ambient feel. If you don't know what ambient feel means, go look up Linkin Park, Somewhere Where I Belong. Ambient isn't random. It isn't hard to explain because ambient has something to do with pixels. It's the hardest for blood to obtain. What stops linear subjects really from going down to society is nerds who are gone to a martial arts position, and also, the movie and theme Blood, allowing somebody to be linear because of a gang. Now, however, the topic for this video had to do with I was coming out with a linear anime. It's called Nons. The anime character was called Skittles. Back in the day when I used to make the manga Nons, I had the character Boomer Red Dodger. In 2021, I created his girlfriend due to dodging a bullet, being a victim of domestic violence, and created her called Skittles. What I wanted to do was, I wanted to be a Martin Luther King of nerds and give nerds a linear view instead of them staying in a martial arts position. But however, in this generation, this timeline, it didn't work. Before I state the monument for this video, I turned into something. People can keep their opinion all they want. What I did was, I grabbed over 200 girls at a convention. I cut it in half. As soon as I got onto the street, I'm like, it's either I'm the Martin Luther King of nerds or I'm a pedophile. This is the meaning of this video. And they also have, mini characters in my anime. Top one I'm gonna be doing a presentation today. The main character's name is Gabai Murioto. So in 2022, I had all our characters be expressed through a versus battle. That's not all, literally. So another thing I was gonna say is that Non's greatest movie, in my opinion, was Fortress of the Gothic Vampires. It was put emphasis on being linear, because if nobody was linear, nobody would be special. And my best friend, who actually clowned me in regular ed, met a regular ed standard word till, called James, is my best friend ever. I originally beat him his first movie by saying, "Pop that pussy like bubblegum." If you know the whole story, I only have Asperger's. I had a best friend named Carmita, whose best friend is Kimmy, and in America they exploited XYZ by hold on to it for manipulation. That was another contributing factor of why I became the Martin Luther King of nerds. And also, during 2021, the Blood Gang left me alone so much that they actually know the rule of the gang they're not supposed to. The point where I created the Great Saiyan Man. The Great Saiyan Man is based off Gohan being the Great Saiyan Man, but like Hercule, he's getting his ass kicked in the movie with his sidekicks, Weirus and Nuthead, that are based off their abridged Yu-Gi-Oh characters. Rex, Weaver, and Raptor for their abridged series. It's all because I double-checked Sega. I am black, I do have green eyes in real life, this is why I got the chance to do it. The DeviantArt community is vast, so the website is still up to date, but it's not up to the quality that I want it to. In order to bring it back, Nons has to be a real anime. But anyway, go check out these 3 A and Bs and subscribe.